Hi guys, welcome to another video. First of all, this is going to be a soft-spoken. I think I'm gonna whisper sometimes, but mainly soft-spoken. So if you don't like it, watch another video with whispering. I have some whispering videos too. I prefer soft-spoken, but I also really like whispering too. Yeah. Okay, and today is going to be a just talking video. It's a rambling, so I'm going to talk about something that's been in my head for weeks. It's this TV show called Glass Heart on Netflix, and it's based on a novel. I don't remember the name of it's right here in my script. Also, if I keep looking down, it's because my laptop is right there with the topics that I'm going to talk about. So, yeah. And this is my little panda. It's my little panda. My little panda. So, okay, so first of all, according to Google, this is the synopsis, I don't know how to say that. This is the synopsis of the TV show. It's a Netflix Japanese musical drama based on a novel by Mio Wakagi. The series follows Akane Saijo, a talented but aspiring drummer who is suddenly kicked out of her band. She is then discovered and recruited by the brilliant but reclusive musician Naoki Fujitani to join his new band, Ten Blank. As Ten Blank rises to fame through Fujitani's distinctive compositions and electrifying live performances, the band and Akane face personal secrets, industry challenges, and a journey of self-discovery through their music. This is just Google, okay? This series has so much potential. I mean, I'm gonna put in topics. The first one is the band itself. The members are Akane, who is the drummer, Naoki, who is the producer, singer. He plays guitar too. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He plays a lot of instruments. And Sho, who is the guitarist, and Sakamoto, the keyboardist. And okay, as a fan, and I mean this because since a young age, I really like bands like emo bands, rock bands, pop bands, and mainly K-pop bands. So as a fan, I felt incredibly drawn to the idea of this band, like Ten Blank, and because a lot of the footage was taken in concert where they would actually play for a crowd, and at some point I felt like it was real, like it was an actual band with actual, like, I mean, I know they all play the instruments, the actors actually learned how to play the instruments, but while I was watching some of the concerts, I felt like they were a band that I've been following for like since forever, you know. It felt personal because the acting was very, very, very convincing. I don't know. And I know like they're extremely talented in real life, like, but the band didn't exist until the TV show. So seeing all of this and plus the backstage preparation on a few episodes, it's were just mesmerizing. I'm sorry I had to change my spot because my back was really hurting. Okay, so as I was saying, it was mesmerizing. And when talking about the band, I want to say that Akane is a really nice character. She is the drummer and the main character. Like, she's the reason they all got, no, she's the reason the series exists. You know, she was fired from her previous band, and Naoki finds her and gives her the opportunity to play in their band. But I know she's like the main character, and but the great, I know she's like the main character, but the way she grew up, like she grew in ways she didn't even think of. For example, in the beginning of the series, she was known in the music, like the little music industry she was in. She was known for being loud, and she didn't fit as a drummer. So as the episodes went by, she kept growing and learning what type of music she actually wanted to do. Part of this was being helped by Naoki, but I want to say not only Naoki, but also Sakamoto, which brings me to the second topic, the romance. So I didn't read the novel, right? So I don't know if the Netflix series changed a lot of things. I read some people on Twitter say that the romance was different, but I'm not going to talk about the novel since I haven't read it yet. I'm going to talk about the series that I actually watched. So the series presents us with Akane falling in love with Naoki from the start. We as spectators, we don't really know in the beginning if he likes her or not, but he does love her music, and that's the reason why they met. It's the first episode, they were in this festival, and the festival was cancelled because of the raining, and she puts her drums in like this field, and she plays and he plays, and they met. It was basically like this. So what we see as the episodes go by is Naoki having this like this almost fraternal love for her. I didn't really see any chemistry in the beginning, like, I'm gonna be really honest. Because of the age difference, I think the actress is 22 and the actor who plays Naoki is like 35. It's not that big of a difference. They're all adults. But I think the physical appearance, I don't know, it just set me off. But they had a little bit of a chemistry, like just a little bit of chemistry. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna have spoilers from this point of the video to the end. Alright, okay. So I only saw Akane loving Naoki and Naoki loving music. So Akane loves Naoki and Naoki loves music. And that's my main point here. Naoki is a person who cannot be in a relationship with anyone because and this is something that's said in the series like a dozen of times throughout the episodes, that he loves music more than anything else in his life, even himself. So when they kiss and have the little moment, it feels a little off, you know? And but on the other hand, let me tell you about my boy Sakamoto. He's the keyboardist. Sakamoto is a really interesting character because he's like this coded hard person, you know. He is really cold and he doesn't like her. He even say in the first episodes that he didn't like her music and she sucked. that's that's basically how he said it. But he didn't like her at first, but he grew his love for her. Like, he's passionate about music, as same as Naoki, but he's also very caring towards her. What got me the most is that Sakamoto knows he loves her, and he realizes she actually likes Naoki. He does everything he can make to he does everything he can to make her feel comfortable about it, even though he thinks it is a bad idea, because again, it is a bad idea. Naoki is the type of person you don't want to have a relationship with, because, and this is my third topic. This is my third topic. Naoki, they picture Naoki like this genius. It's the first episode, they say, oh, Naoki, Fujitani Naoki is a genius and he knows everything, and he plays a dozen instruments. Like, he knows how to do everything. He knows how to play everything. But he wanted to be in a band. So he formed Ten Blank. The thing is, Naoki isn't just talented in the conventional sense. Like, he's obsessive. That's the word. He's obsessive. And he treats music almost like it's oxygen. Every time he touches an instrument, you can see the intensity in his body language. Like, there's a scene where he was playing like the keyboard or something, but it wasn't actually, the instrument wasn't actually there. He was just playing like on the air, you know. He was playing on the air, and his eyes were closed, and Akane she was very worried about him, but he's in another universe. He's not there. He just fades away, you know. So his body language, it's different. His body language is different. Also, Takeru Sato, who is the actor who plays Naoki, is amazing. He is amazing portraying this mysterious and lonely genius, but he is somehow caring and loving because he knows he is like this, and a lot of times he says he's sorry, he apologizes for being like this. It's like he knows he's a burden. He's not a burden, but he feels like he's a burden because he's kind of weird. Anyway, so for me, Naoki feels less like a person, but and more like an embodiment of music itself. He's quiet and he's reclusive. That makes him fascinating, but also really frustrating, because when you watch him, like, you keep watching him, and the actor is actually like really cute, and you understand why Akane falls for him. Like, there's this magnetism in Naoki, which is when you see when someone is so consumed consumed. I think it's consumed by their art or what they do. At the same time, you also realize how destructive that obsession can be, both to himself and the people around him. So I think the show does a really good job at blurring the line between the genius and the isolation. Naoki is the kind of musician who could play alone forever, and they say this in the series. I think it was Sakamoto once that said, "Oh, why do you need me? You don't need me. You can play the keyboard. You play the keyboard better than me. Why do you need me?" And the existence of Ten Blank forces him to connect with people. So he doesn't just teach Akane or lead Sho or Sakamoto. He needs them. Even though he doesn't say it out loud, I don't think he ever said it once. But he shows that he needs them. And he builds this wall with people, but the music is like the one thing that always keeps them together somehow. And that's my fourth topic, the music. Okay, let me tell you, the music is insane. Like, the songs are written in a way. I'm not a musician, this is just the opinion of a fan and someone who really likes music. The songs are written in a way that is merged with what's being shown. Whatever happens, it's made into music. So it's crazy to think that that's what actually happens, right? We just don't see it happening. Like, people feel things and things happen to people and they make it a song. They write and then make it a melody and boom, there's a song. So there is I think it was the first song they made. It's crystalline echo crystalline. I don't remember. Echo crystalline. I'm sorry, let me just Google it because I'm sorry. Can you hear this? Crystalline echo, yes. Crystalline echo. I think it's going to rain where I am right now. Anyway, so in this song, this interaction he had with Akane earlier in the show. They shared an umbrella, and she apologizes for something she did, and he was merged in music. But to me, Vibrato is one of my favorites because they made a song about love, fraternal love. He made the song specifically with his brother, who is also a musician and by far one of the funniest characters in the show. And Toya, it's Toya, his name. They made this song, and it's such a deep and well-written way that by the end of episode 6, it's episode 6, I was bawling my eyes out, crying like crazy because it was so sensitive. And something happens on episode 6. Toya had an accident, but they were kind of rivals, but the accident pulls them together. Pulls them together. And yeah, it's insane. But my all-time favorite is Lucky Me. To put some context, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have some water. Okay, to put some context. Okay, so Naoki sang when the band tour didn't work out because a very famous producer who's obsessed with him made all this effort to cancel all the concerts, and so Naoki felt like it was his fault, and he made this as an apology. So the chorus is chorus, the chorus, I think it's chorus. Yeah. 3 cheers, let's hear it for your king. Oh, I have a lot of sounds. I got distracted. 3 cheers, let's hear it for your king. I did it on my own, alone. Yeah, I have lots of things. Sorry. What goes up has to come back down. Heavy is the crown that's pulling me into the ground. I'm right where I deserve to be, lucky me. That's like him saying, I have everything and I'm a genius, but I'm hurting people. I'm hurting what I love the most, the band. So, I mean, eventually things work out and they become famous. They have an album which is 10 songs total. You should check it out, it's really good. So, Glassheart does this masterclass on writing their characters. Sho Takaoka, for example, he didn't appear much in the first few episodes, but we see later on that he was the reason why Ten Blank was created. His friendship with Naoki is so strong that Sho ends up being the link that united every one of them. They met a couple years before the band was created. They got this friendship going on, and Sho cares so much about Naoki and vice versa that when you think about it, the love, like the romance, it's supposed to be Akane and Naoki, right, the main characters, but by the episode 7 you keep thinking, oh my god, Naoki really, really loves Sho. It's not like a bromance or anything, but they have this connection that's crazy. And Naoki is sick, right? He has cancer, but no one knows. Even Sho doesn't know. He finds out later on, like on episode 9, I think, 8, and he gets so upset. He tries to break up the band because Naoki is not supposed to be in a band while he has a tumor in his head. But eventually they keep going because Naoki cannot live without music. It would literally kill them before the thing that is supposed to kill him. So it wouldn't be a life. He would just get crazy. So crazier than he is. I've been talking so much. But yeah, and one of the best characters by far is Yukino. She's a singer, and her manager is the same that is obsessed with Naoki. She's introduced as this envy and jealous and shallow girl who sings pop music, but later we see that she loves music just as much as Naoki, as Akane, and she does everything she can to be on stage, but in an honest way. that her manager was not honest. He stole a lot of music from Naoki, and when those songs when Yukino finds out eventually that the songs were not written by the manager, the songs were written by Naoki. She gets all upset and everything, but yeah. In the end, things work out. She didn't agree with her manager, so she helps Ten Blank. In the final episode, which is amazing, it's 35 minutes or something. It's just a concert. It doesn't really have any story before, any history underneath the episode. Is just music, and it's a concert. And the final episode, they help her back, and honestly, she became one of my favorites. I didn't like her at first, but I think that's supposed to happen. You don't like her, but as she grows, you understand why she does what she does. And yeah, I think Yukino, Sho, and Akane are perfect examples of character growth. Like Sho, it's not actually in character growth because he stays the same. He just appears more. No, he just appears more. Like he has more screen time, and then you kind of see why he does the things for Naoki, because in the first episodes you keep thinking, oh my god, he's such a sucker for Naoki, why does he keep helping him? And then you understand, they're friends, they have this bond with music. So they are my three favorite: Sho, Yukino, and Akane. They're perfect in their own ways, and I'm here for them. Okay, I do love that they don't make the romance such an important thing. Like, it's there, but it's not that big of a deal, you know. You keep thinking, like, if the romance wasn't there, it would be just as nice. I would actually, it's a side note, on a side note, I would actually be a little bit happier if the romance was with Sakamoto, not Naoki, because again, Naoki is not someone you can date. Like, he made her a song. He made her a song because he realized he was in love with her and everything. But again, it felt too rushed. Like, he didn't know he liked her before episode 8. What were you doing before that? You know, he was obsessed with music. He was obsessed with the idea of the band. And and all this time, Sakamoto was just right there. He kept helping her, and he kept taking care of her, liking her, you know. And she was just okay. I really like Akane. Her character is amazing because of the music thing, but she is kind of slow, and that just pissed me off a little bit because Sakamoto clearly loves her, and they even hugged once. He hugged her, which is crazy for the Japanese standards of showing affection. So yeah, but again, the show is not about the romance, it's about growth as an artist and how the industry can just destroy your life. As Yukino is an example, like her manager destroyed her life. She was just lucky that she had Ten Blank because the band helped her back, and they put her on stage and everything. But yeah, I think the music, it's amazing, and the actors made such a nice job showing how the process of making music and being famous is really nice, but also really tiring, and especially if you're a new artist like Akane. And yeah, also, second side note, I just find it really funny that she was in college, right, on the first episode, and she never even mentioned it again for the rest of the TV show. So the series has 10 episodes, and she was in college. She was in college in the first episode, and then never again. She just go with the band, She literally go with the flow. So yeah, it's available on Netflix. I had to talk about it because I loved it so much. I kept thinking about it and how it I cried almost every episode, because not because it was sad. It wasn't sad. A little portion of the things were sad, but it wasn't all sad. It was captivating. Captivating, does this word exist? It was emotional. It was, again, mesmerizing. I was convinced. I was watching real people in the real band, in the real concert, in the real music. Everything felt real. And again, as a fan, I really like the idea of seeing the backstage of the things and how things are written. Yeah. And how things are written, and yeah, it just felt human, Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. All the characters are human. They're not perfect. They all have their flaws, but they just managed to make this work. That's life, And yeah, Glass Heart is on Netflix. Please watch it. It's really good. And I hope this was a relaxing video. It was really tiring for me to talk like this for 30 minutes. So please like and subscribe. If you're still awake, give me a high five. Okay. Give me a thunder. Alright. So go to sleep, and I'll see you in the next video.